All right, welcome to the show today. It's This Week in Jackson County Schools. I'm Pamela Stone, and with me I have Mr. Dustin Roden. Welcome, Mr. Roden.
Nice to be here.
Great. All right, so we're talking about North End Mountain.
Yes, ma'am.
That's good, right?
Yes.
We were talking
great.
a little. It is. We were talking a little bit before the show, and you have a lot of schools in North End Mountain School.
Yes, we got a lot of, we're pre-K through 12. We got
That's
a
a lot.
little over
A lot of
700
classes?
students.
That's a lot. And you said you have 17 classes?
We have 17 schools in their
17
district.
schools,
Yes,
yeah.
and we're the largest school in the county.
Wow, that's pretty good. That's. I mean, how many do you have in the county? Do you know?
How many students? I couldn't tell you.
Okay, I was just curious. Well, with 700, there's got to be a lot.
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah. All right, so you've been the principal, and how many years have you been the principal?
I've been at North End Mountain for 4 years. I was started out as a math teacher, robotics teacher, and then I became principal 3 years ago.
Oh, yeah. Do you like it?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, that is good.
Yes.
That is good. Okay, and math. That's good.
Love math. I love teaching
Very
math.
few people love math.
Love teaching math. I love teaching robotics. And that's the thing. I came at a crossroads when I was in college. I was either going to be an engineer or a math teacher, and I became a math teacher.
See which one won out.
Yes.
Yeah. All right, so tell me a little bit about yourself.
All right. First of all, I want to clear this up today. I was on the show about a year ago. I forgot to mention my wife. So I want to say that I'm married to Monica Manella Roden, and I have 2 lovely children, Brody, which is 5, which is at North End Mountain, and Allie, she's 3.
Aw, well, that's cute. All right, so you did your duty. Your wife now has been said hi.
Yes.
Okay. And so tell me a little bit about like your school career, your work career. Besides, you said you were a math teacher for how many years?
I was a math teacher for 10 years at North Jackson, which is in the county, and it's just 9 through 12. And then I became a math teacher, robotics teacher at North End Mountain for 1 year.
Which one do you like better, robotics or math?
I like them both.
I
like
know
them
they're
both.
both math related, but do you have a...
Well, robotics, it kind of makes you use more critical thinking skills than math.
And you get to create something.
You get to create something from scratch. So
Yeah.
it's the best of both worlds.
Yeah.
Being a math teacher plus the robotics teacher for that year.
Yeah, that's kind of hard. So, all right. So, what is your focus on this year?
We're going to try to focus this year. We created a Bison Works program called the last year. We got a STREAM lab. We're really trying to bring critical thinking skills to our students. Last year, we implemented this. We have STREAM activities every month. So hopefully, we might spark an interest for them to try to get a career in these kind of fields.
That's always
So you're
good.
talking about TVA, you're talking about Georgia Power in Rome, you're talking about Erlanger in Chattanooga, and plus you got Huntsville, which a lot of engineers live in Huntsville.
That's true.
So just trying to spark an interest, give more kids opportunities.
So is that, and you called it STREAM?
Yeah, we call it STREAM. Everybody's focused on STEM, which is science, technology, engineering,
and
and math. We throw in the reading and the fine arts along with it.
Oh.
So, and it works out really well. Kids get to experience that side of it too.
Well, and myself, I'm a business teacher, and it's so important to get the thinking of kids, even as young as, elementary school, about what they want to be, and what skills are needed for what they want to be. I think it's really important. So I think that's really good. All right, so what else do you've got, Gordon? You got some sports stuff going on, I hear. We got some really good sports stuff.
Yeah, our football team is currently 3-2.
That is good.
We've got a rivalry this week with Ider, so it's always a big game. We play the Friday night against Brent Teeker and his staff. We started up volleyball, or actually it was started back in 2000, 2001, and it kind of died down.
That's a long
and then we
time.
kind of 15 years ago. So now we started another program. So the girls are excited about starting volleyball.
And we got somebody here to talk about volleyball.
We do
One of the
have a
students.
player here to talk about
That is-
volleyball.
That is awesome. And what made it just time, coaches, disappear, come back?
Well,
I mean, what was
actually, I'll tell you how it started is the volleyball. We had a couple middle school girls. We walked in PE last year, and they had volleyballs, and they were serving it. They were, hitting it to one another. And me and my assistant principal were like, well, let's just see if we could get any interest. And so we just got a piece of paper out and started listing names of girls that wanted to play volleyball.
That's good.
And we had about 60 girls that signed up.
Wow, 60?
So now the next thing is finding a coach. So how are you going to find a coach if you never had volleyball, in 15 years?
Yep.
So I asked around, and one of our teachers, Miss Danette Townsend, she teaches our middle school math, and her daughter played volleyball at DeKalb County. So they started, she works with her daughter, and they're having a good time.
So I'm guessing 60 girls are not on the team.
No, 60 girls.
That's a lot.
That's a lot. Of course, we still have I think at least 35 girls are on the JV.
But that takes a lot to fill a team, like for volleyball.
Yes.
I mean, what, 10? I actually just did the volleyball game last night, and so I think there's 3 in the front, 3 in the middle, 3 in the back row,
I think
something
so.
like
So
that.
9 or 10 players.
Somewhere around there. Yeah.
The rules, I just been playing. I played backyard volleyball, so I don't know.
I
Yeah.
played badminton.
Oh,
Did that
badminton.
count? That's kind of
My
like
wife-
volleyball, but with the little what
Yeah.
are those things called?
Little serve of the nets.
The little flying things that you
My wife
hit?
likes badminton.
I do too. That's fun. All right. So and then so you've got football, and then you've got volleyball. Any other sports that we're excited about? Do you guys have
Yeah.
cross country?
We do not have cross country this
Okay.
year, but next year we're starting cross country. We do have a track team in the spring, but cross country we are going to definitely have one next year.
Okay.
Cross country. We have our band. We have a small number of band members, but they're great. I mean, they do a good job. Miss Anita Blevins, she does an outstanding job with our band.
That's good.
Yeah.
Does it have color guard with it?
Yes, it has color.
That's always
yes,
fun.
I mean they do an outstanding job, and there's a lot of support in band. I mean,
It is.
people love band. I love the band. I cannot
it
play
is.
anything, but I love watching them perform.
Both of my sons were in band, and
Really?
my oldest who did it. That's all he did. His shirt, of course, football players. I'm sorry, but his shirt said the football game doesn't really start till halftime.
I think I saw a shirt like that.
Of course, all the football players got really mad. They didn't agree, but he thought it was pretty cool. So, all right. Well, it sounds like you guys got a lot of really good, interesting stuff. You have volleyball. That's exciting.
Yes.
How many games have they played so far?
I think
know?
they've played probably 10. We've got a game Thursday against North Jackson.
Do you know what the record is?
They've won one game, so they're probably 1-9.
That's not bad since we're just starting up, first year.
First year, and they're improving. That's one thing.
Right.
It's not how you start; it's how you finish.
That's true.
And each game, you can see a little progress. It's amazing. I mean, the one thing I notice about volleyball is you got to be able to communicate with
You
one
do.
another.
We do.
I mean, and that's what's amazing to me, because you have to communicate. If you don't communicate, somebody's going to let the ball hit the ground.
I didn't know there were so many rules. When I was watching it last night, I was doing gate duty and I was watching it. I mean, they had regiments, and they met each other at the before they could get on the field or whatever, and there was just a lot going on there. So I was quite surprised. So, all right. So what else do you got going on? Anything exciting we need to talk about?
Our teachers are really teaching Google Classroom this year. Google's in our back door at Bridgeport, so I've got a couple of science teachers here today.
Good.
They're going to talk about Google
Classroom is hands down super cool. I use it all the time. It's great.
So you got that going on. Of course, we got the video production. We partnered with FTC out of Rainsville. We sent 2 guys up there this summer to learn a little video production. So they're excited about it. We got one guy, he's going to talk about a little video production plus 3D printing today.
Okay.
We've got, like I said, the stream challenges every month.
And how do you choose what it's going to be? Have you guys already chose every month?
What we did was we allowed 2 teachers to work together, and they get to choose
Each month.
Like last year, we started out building the tallest snowman with a 6-foot sheet of paper, and you wouldn't realize that it stood like 10 foot tall.
So you could use the sides. I would
Yes.
guess that's what I'm thinking. You
the
cut
tallest-
out on the sides and.
The tallest snowman, actually, they formed little small circles, and they formed it, and they went all the way around. And you're talking about the art side, the art side of
Yeah,
it coming out.
creative.
You had gears. They had you can see
assuming
the
there's
gears,
engineering
the
in there,
joints.
too.
Yes.
Yeah.
So we had the Harlem Wizards, which our band does a great fundraiser with the Harlem Wizards. They come to North Sun Mountain once a year, and we used that to. The students got to build a tallest basketball stand made out of newspapers. So we just try to tie it into what we're
cool.
doing at school.
What kind of clubs? What extra activities clubs do you have?
Of course, you got the band. You've got we actually just started out. We've got you've got FCCLA, you've got Junior Leadership, we've got First Southern Bank Board, First Jackson Bank Board, which they just nominated. Of course, you got the Beta, you've got the
Key
4-H. We do not have that.
FBLA?
FBLA, yes, we got that. We've got Microsoft Academy, which is just they teach just Microsoft, PowerPoint, Google.
Right, so they must come out certified in
Yes.
Microsoft
Yes.
now certified.
And we're the only school in the county that does that.
That's
We have a
very
teacher
good.
at school, and she does a great job, Miss Therese. She does a great job certifying our students in Microsoft
That's not easy.
Word, PowerPoint, and Excel.
And just for those who don't know, that is national certification. So, I mean, they can take that anywhere and go to any job, and they can literally put on a resume that they are nationally certified.
And plus, that's college and career ready. That's
Yeah,
one of
it
the
is,
biggest things in
absolutely.
Alabama. They get that certification, they are college and career ready.
That is a big deal.
Making a 21 on an ACT.
That is a big deal because there's a lot of companies who will just look at that. And if it tells them that if you were able to get through that in high school, what kind of an employee you'll be.
Yes.
Which says so much for someone.
She does a great job. I mean, the kids love it. They get in there and, they're creating PowerPoints. I mean, they do the work. And
Yeah.
so it's a really good option for us at North Sun Mountain.
Do you have a middle school football team?
We do have a middle school football
Do you?
team.
How are they doing?
I think their record's about 500. And one thing last year we noticed that middle school is kind of sandwiched in between elementary and high school.
Right.
So you're talking about pep rallies. You're talking about we have a thing called Pride for high school. So it's kind of like the middle school. They were kind of getting left out.
Mm-hmm.
And so what we did last year, we started having pep rallies for junior high
that's cool.
only. And we got the herd huddles for junior high. So the identity of the junior high is starting to grow. And you
Right.
can see it when they move up to high school, because
They're ready.
they're getting ready.
That's important too.
Yes,
make
about
sure
developing kids and their character, and that's
That is.
our teachers do a great job. Our middle school, they do an outstanding job too.
That is awesome. How many employees do you have total?
Right now, we've got about 70 employees.
Wow.
So
For pre-K all the way
pre-K,
through?
you're talking like from lunchroom ladies to bus drivers and so forth. So about 70 employees at North Sun Mountain.
Right. That's
We
a lot.
also, we have the green power solar cars coming. We got to build these solar panel cars. You have to build them from scratch. And the kids actually get to drive them in a competition. So I'm excited about that. This will be the first year we've done that.
Well, yeah, I'm going to bring you back. So we'll come back in just a second.
Okay.
We're going to take a quick break and you can tell me more about that. So we'll be right back on This Week in Jackson County Schools.
Come enjoy pizza for lunch or dinner in a family-friendly atmosphere at Stevie B's Pizza in Fort Payne. Enjoy the buffet and salad bar anytime or have a specialty pizza made to order. At Stevie B's, take advantage of Two-Stamp Tuesday for adult and senior buffets and Thirsty Thursdays when drinks are free after 4 p.m. Take out any medium pizza weekdays between 2 and 5 for just $4.49. And on the weekends, take out any 2 large pizzas just $14.99. Book your parties now by calling Stevie B's at 256-979-1234. Stevie B's Pizza, 2200 Galt Avenue North, Fort Payne.
Hi, my name is Ricky Talafero.
And I'm Walt Moffett. We're with Harris Hoffman Law Firm, and we've been representing people here in the North Georgia and Trenton area for more than 40 years. We're glad to announce that we're opening up an office here in Trenton.
And we'll be handling cases such as workers' compensation cases, bankruptcy cases, Social Security cases, as well as civil and criminal cases. You don't have to go to Chattanooga or Fort Payne for your legal matters anymore.
We have an office right here now.
Georgia Northwestern Technical College's Catoosa County campus is now open. Degrees, diplomas, and certificates are available in business management, computer information systems, early childhood, healthcare, industrial systems, instrumentation and controls, logistics, and mechatronics. Apply now. Take day, evening, or online classes. Stop by the campus at 6450 Alabama Highway in Ringgold or visit us on the web at gntc.edu. Georgia Northwestern Technical College. Get focused. Get hired.
The Dade County school system continues to put safety of students first. That's why this fall we're rolling out the Love the Bus Elementary campaign. Love the Bus is designed to teach students the importance of safety, respect, and proper bus etiquette. As we continue to enhance efforts of safety for our students, we'd like to have you as part of the team. The Dade County Schools Transportation Department is seeking bus drivers, part-time hours with full-time benefits. For more information, call the Dade County Schools Central Office today at 706-657-4361.
Can you gig it? Oh, yes, you can. We know you've been waiting for a long time, and now Tennessee Valley Net is bringing it to you. Gigabit internet service now available in certain areas of Dade County. Not just fast, super fast internet service now available from Tennessee Valley Net. People are talking, I mean really smiling about gig speed internet available in limited areas from Tennessee Valley Net. Call today at 706-657-4367 or log on at tvn.net and see if gig speed is available where you are. We know you'll gig it from Tennessee Valley Net.
All right, welcome back this week in Jackson County Schools. We're here today with the principal of North Sound Mountain School, and it is Mr. Redden, and we're glad that you're here, Mr. Redden. Thank you for coming.
Thank you for inviting me.
All right, so if you missed the first segment, we've been talking all kinds of stuff. We've been talking about your football, and both middle school football and high school. We've been talking about your STREAM challenge.
Yes.
Which is more than STEM. You're including English and...
It's the fine arts and reading.
And reading. So that's pretty cool. And what are they doing this week? Or is it monthly, right?
Yes, this is a monthly STEM STREAM challenge. Well, this month we're going to build a container to hold a raw egg, and we're going to drop it from a distance. I think we're going to use a bucket truck tomorrow to drop the eggs by using a parachute.
So are you going to different levels to see, like, the first level will it survive, second? I wonder how many times. Because I'm sure every time you drop it, it's probably weakening.
Probably the egg. The
egg or the container that it's in. That'll be interesting to see what kind of containers. So, all right. And then we talked a lot about what's coming up. So there are a couple things we need to talk about. You have a big thing coming up.
Yes, next Friday, October the 6th, we're going to have a golf tournament. It's called the Bison Works Stampede. It's going to be at Dogwood Hills. We're inviting sponsorships. It's $100 to place a whole sponsor, or you can have a team, which will have 4 players in it, and it costs $300, and all the money goes to this Bison Works initiative. Last year we started this initiative, Bison Works. We didn't have any money. We tried to apply for Google grants. We had tried to apply for a Google grant this year, and we did not receive it. So we just rolled up our sleeves and got to work, and last year we raised over $25,000.
Wow.
And trying to get things for this lab. You know,
so what do you use? What did you use it for?
Last year, we used it for Z-Space, which is virtual reality software that the kids can actually go in and dissect, you know, animals, hearts, and plus it has the math. You can go in there and perform math.
Have you tried one of those dissections?
Yes.
Is it really, really, really real? Like,
what I like about it is you can magnify it as much as you need to. Plus, it tells the vocabulary. Like, you can point on a certain object, and then it'll tell if it's the artery, if it's the, you know, what kind of vessel it is. That's the education you get out of it. That's the good part. Yes. So the kids are learning, but they don't really know they're learning.
Right, because it's not vocabulary.
Exactly.
As the kids always, there's vocabulary.
Write the vocabulary down.
Right.
Exactly.
Which, you know, I mean, as a teacher, I understand, but it's so necessary to get those words into them anyways, but it is a little...
It's all hands-on.
It is. That would be much more exciting to learn. Well, good. And so tell them again, the golf tournament is this Saturday.
No, it's actually next Friday.
Next Friday.
Next Friday. It's October the 6th. It's at Dogwood, and we're going to start at 8 o'clock. And also, food will be provided by KC's Barbecue out of Scottsboro. They do a great job.
That's good. How many people can it hold? Any number? Or
right now, I mean, we're, you're talking, it probably can hold 18 teams. Okay. So, you know, we've got more information on our website, on our Facebook, Twitter account at North Sun Mountain Bison Works Facebook page.
And they can call you?
They can call me, contact me at school, email.
Good. And how many teams do you have so far?
So far, we got about 5 or 6 teams.
Okay.
So hopefully it'll pick up. I mean, you know, we got a week away.
How many did you have last year?
Last year we had 7 teams. So we're trying to gain from last year.
You want to go up from
I'd like to get
year?
at least 9 or 10 this year.
That will be good. And there's 4 to a team, is that what you said?
4 to a team.
Okay. Well, good. That sounds good. All right. And then I think we talked about, you were going to say one more thing. Oh, you were going to talk about a little bit about some of the 3D printing and those kind of things.
Well, last year, some of this Bison Works money, we got to order 3D printing. We went to Chattanooga State during the engineering workshop, and we had a high school teacher. She actually was hired at Chattanooga State, and she had these 3D printers. We had a 3D printer last year. It was called the Apple Cube, which was fine, but now we got to experiment. There's a 3D printer called the MakerBox, and she gave us information about it. We got her phone number, talked to her about it, did some research, and we bought 2 3D printers this year.
And they're not cheap.
They're around $2,500 a piece.
Yeah, they're not cheap.
So,
And the materials you have to keep buying because
Yes.
once they make it, it uses up that material.
yeah, the filament, which I know Keith Farrell, he'll be talking about it later, but we have different varieties of color. You're talking probably 12-pack of colors, at least $300, $400 just in color.
Yeah.
And it takes a long time to create. I don't want to try to say too much because I've got a student here. He's going to talk about that, but it's
good.
neat.
That is good. Okay, and then
actually, I'm going to say this too.
What?
He actually used the 3D printer to create his own container to hold the egg.
Really,
So
that's a pretty hard plastic, though.
it is. I'm
I
kind
wonder
of.
if he put like. I'm gonna have to ask him. But like
Ask
if he
him.
put stuffing in it, because I mean I felt that plastic and it's pretty hard.
It is hard.
So by itself, I think it would squash the egg.
We'll see tomorrow.
I don't know. It'll be exciting. All right. Well, I think have we covered everything?
I think so. Like I
think-
said, I'm proud to be at North Sun Mountain. I love the teachers, the community, our students are the best. We're the largest school in the county, and we keep on growing each and every year, so I'm glad to be there.
And your son was really good.
My son was.
His son's in the audience, and he's been an angel. Very good. So
Must take after his mama.
yes, and you said hi to your wife.
I did
That
say
was
hi to my
good.
wife,
So we've
so-
covered all the bases. Oh, you better say hi to your other little daughter.
Yeah. Hi, Allie.
There we go. So, all right. Well, it's been a pleasure. Thank you for coming on today.
Thank you for inviting me.
All right. So when we come back, we're going to talk to 2 science teachers. One of them's in the middle school, and one of them's the high school, and they have a pet. Depends on who you are if you call this a pet or not. Luckily, I am not scared of this pet, but my husband is, so we should definitely bring him up here and make him a little more paranoid. So, but we'll be back with them, and then after that, we have a couple of the students from high school coming to talk. We'll be right back on This Week in Jackson County Schools.
Cabins to Castles in Lookout Valley is your place to find appliances, cabinets, countertops, furniture, hardware, garden accessories, and more. You'll find hundreds of square feet of outstanding values throughout the entire store. Cabins to Castles is located at 3018 Cummings Highway in Lookout Valley. Call 805-3792 or find us on Facebook at facebook.com/Cabins to Castles. Whatever you need for your cabin or your castle, look for it at Cabins to Castles, Lookout Valley.
Delivering top quality primary health care locally. We are Northeast Alabama Health Services. With 7 locations, there's one near you. Scottsboro, Section, North Sand Mountain and Higdon, Skyline, Woodville, Fife, and Fort Payne. We accept Medicare, Medicaid, and of course your private insurance. If you're unemployed, low income, or have a high copay or deductible, you may also qualify for a reduced rate office visit as low as $16. Ask about our free medication program, and ladies, you may qualify for a free or reduced rate mammogram. Dental referrals for our patients with tooth removal and fillings for only $15. Putting your health concerns first, we're Northeast Alabama Health Services. Cervical cancer screenings now available at Northeast Alabama Health Services. Drop in for fall treats at Uncle Lars Outpost, Highway 136 West in Trenton. With fall here, the holidays are not far behind. Check out our new line of gift items available now at Uncle Lars Outpost. Lay away now for Christmas. And while at Uncle Lars, stock up on multi-flavored popcorn, flavored waters, and a variety of complete meals. Plus, get delicious hand-dipped ice cream with regular, dairy-free, sugar-free, and no sugar added options available. Uncle Lars Outpost, just up from Randy's Pawn Shop on Highway 136 West in Trenton. Uncle Lars Outpost.
At First Southern State Bank, putting you first is our priority. First with convenience, with branches in 6 great communities: Fort Payne, Rainsville, Scottsboro, Higdon, and our Stevenson office now recently enlarged and remodeled. First with our friendly, experienced staff, always helpful and ready to serve. And first with our mobile on-the-go banking. Our mobile app is fantastic, user-friendly, secure, and free. So whether it's online or in person, you're our first priority at First Southern State Bank. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
Carpools, soccer games, field trips, and college. You can't watch over them everywhere they go, but with Tire Pros and Michelin, you can certainly protect them on their way there. Now through September 17th, get a $70 mail-in rebate when you purchase 4 new Michelin passenger or light truck tires. Trust the pros to get you ready for anything this season. For hassle-free service and one of the industry's leading warranty packages, stop by Brown's Tire Pros in Trenton or visit us online at brownstirepros.com. See participating store for complete details. Void where prohibited. Offer expires 9/17/17.
All right, welcome back. If you're just now joining us, this is This Week's in Jackson County Schools. I'm Pamela Stone, and with me I have a couple special teachers from North Sand Mountain. I have Miss Schrader, and she is the high school, that's you, right? I just want to make sure I got you right. And she is the high school science teacher. Is it a particular science name? What do you like? Are you physical science, or is it just one science?
I have anatomy and physiology, biology, and also physical science.
Wow, okay, that was a lot. I'm not a science person, but that was good. And this is Miss Slayton in your middle school.
Yes.
And in middle school we just have
Well, 7th grade is life science and 8th grade is physical science.
And you do both?
Yes, ma'am.
Wow, that's good. I'm not a science person, so hats off to both of you. That was very good. So I will learn a lot because I don't remember much about science. So, all right, so we're going to talk a little bit about some things you guys are doing. Okay. And one thing I know that you guys told me you collaborate on a lot of your stuff together. And I think that's so cool because then, first of all, when they get to high school, you kind of know them. Mm-hmm. And then I think the middle school kids, I'm sure, because I'm a middle school teacher, think it's so cool to do stuff with the high school kids.
They do.
So I think that would be really good. So whoever wants to start, tell me what's going on and what you guys are doing.
Go ahead.
Well, we have a program, or the state of Alabama has a program called Alabama Science in Motion.
Okay.
And that's just a program designed for the science classrooms. And what it is they have these leaders. So like the biology leader, Miss Hutchison. Mm-hmm. She brings in labs for like my biology classes that cover all the standards. And
where's she located at?
She works at UAH.
Yes, UAH.
So she's located in UAH.
Okay.
And so she comes in and she brings those kits to me to be able to get my students hands-on in the labs to go along with the materials that we learn in the classroom.
That's good. Now, is that part of what the state does? Like, so the state pays for it, or is it something the school has to pay for?
Yeah, it's provided
from the state?
Yes. Mm-hmm.
Okay. That makes it easier on you because you don't have to go out and find the funding. It's so expensive.
Yes.
Okay, and then Google Classroom. So you guys said that you use that.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And I love Google Classroom.
Yeah, and Google Classroom is new for me. I've just started using it in my classroom. We have had a couple of professional development opportunities recently to get in and practice with Google Classroom.
Okay.
Our students all have usernames and passwords for Google Classroom, and the feedback that we've gotten with Google Classroom so far from our kids has been amazing.
So tell me how you use it.
The way that I've been using it right now, and I've just been using it for this school year so far, I initially got on and I started with just some announcements, getting a little bit of feedback, letting the class comment on it, get used to the way that we have it set up. The next thing I did was went in and did a couple of surveys. So I would talk to my kids about what they're most interested in, what they want to learn in science, and just a little bit about getting to know them.
Did you make the survey in Google Class or like a form and then
I did
attached
a form
it?
and attached it.
Okay.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I made a form and attached it. And then we're starting to move a little bit into, actually last week we had a lab in our classroom and they were very excited about it. So I took lots of pictures and videos and then I went in and uploaded it to our Google Classroom. So they could then download it, have the pictures, have the video. They could show their parents. So it kind of involves the community and their parents a little bit. And then tomorrow we're actually going to have our first assessment on Google Classroom. Wow. So we'll see how that goes. But
so
they
you made that in
for
forms
it.
too and then attached it to it?
When they come in, they'll say, "Are we going to use Google Classroom today?" So they enjoy it. They like it a lot. Yes, ma'am.
And I think a good thing is that parents can check.
Yes, they can keep a check on
I
it
like
as well.
that. That's what I like it best, is the parents can check, the parents can see what's going on, you know, and I just think it makes everybody like.
And there is an opportunity to invite the guardians to have usernames and passwords and come in as well, and it's a great communication tool.
That is good. Okay, and so how do you use it?
In my classroom, I use it in the same way as her for assessments and things, but I also upload all the study guides. I upload any document, so that I basically go paperless in my classroom, so they can get on Google Classroom and they can edit their documents.
Do you guys have computers in your like little, or do you have to be at a computer lab at the moment when they're doing something with it, or how do you get them to use it?
I have 7 computers in my classroom that some kids use, but they also have access to the Google Classroom app on their cell phone. So,
you guys could use theirs.
They can use their devices.
They pull up their cell phones, pull up Google Classroom. So if I upload it like a lab to Google Classroom for them to follow along and complete, they have all the instructions there. And then from there, they just go about doing their lab, and then they can put all their answers into it and then complete, the lab and not have to write anything down on
Right,
paper.
so they just type up their lab?
Yep.
Do they use Google Docs?
Yes, it's
Or
well
Word,
depends.
or-
If they're on their iPhone, sometimes it's
iPhone stuff.
yeah,
I know
PDF, like
iPhones.
Word, just a Word document. But then if they're on the computers, they use Google Docs. So
Well, that's good. And how, just out of curiosity, because teacher myself, how does using their personal technology, does it work pretty well at your school?
yeah, I think so. You just have, as long as you monitor it, like
Yeah.
I
Do you
just
guys
try
get
to
to use
watch
it at the
it.
middle school?
Yeah, absolutely.
Okay.
I have 10 tablets in my classroom for students maybe who, because with middle school, some of them are still very young and they've not been allowed to have smartphones or
I was
different
just saying,
devices.
a lot of our kids don't have it.
That they can bring into the classroom. So we provide that for them. So we provide every student with access to a device.
Oh, that's good.
And the ones who are allowed to bring their devices to class, they can bring those, they can use them. And it does require monitoring. One of the great things about our school Wi-Fi is it has a great monitoring system built in. So if there's something that maybe is deemed inappropriate or not school appropriate, then it blocks them from it on our school
So
Wi-Fi.
it'll even block it on their private phone?
Yes. Yes.
Wow,
Mhm.
that's really neat.
Yes.
That does make it nice.
It
'cause
makes
then you
it
don't
a lot
have to watch
easier.
it so much.
And of course, the key is always closely monitoring your students when they're on the internet.
And the fact that some of them are tablets are a little bit bigger versus
Yes.
a small, some of
Absolutely.
the iPhones are kind of small. So, well, that's really good. All right, so then we also have a STEM challenge. STEM challenges. What are the? I mean, I know for the audience that don't know, tell them what STEM is. I mean, I know, but tell them what STEM is.
STEM is science, technology, engineering, and math all in one, just to try and bring all of those subjects together in the classroom. And each month, our school has a STEM challenge, and that's what Mr. Roden was talking about. And this past month, myself and Dr. Byram was over the STEM challenge, and it was the egg drop parachute that he explained earlier. And it just gets them thinking out of the box, gets them thinking critically, incorporating science.
So is this middle school and high school, or just high school?
It's
Or
actually
is it-
K-12. So
Really?
So kindergarten all the way up to 12th grade builds their
Wow.
projects.
So that's going to take
Yeah.
like a day or more than a day to drop everybody's eggs.
Well, they're doing it.
in the morning time, and
Yeah.
we're just going to drop till they're complete. But they have spent some time previously, of course, designing and engineering, putting their designs together. One of the great things about this monthly challenge is, I think Mr. Roden had mentioned earlier about our STREAM lab and some of the STREAM challenges where we incorporate reading and art in it as well.
Right.
Different teachers in different content areas are assigned the challenge per month. So one month we may have science teachers designing the challenge, and the next month art and reading and math. So it's not always just a scientific or just an engineering project.
Right.
A lot of times it may be a writing or a reading, or make up a short story or a play, or design this art using a certain medium.
Have you guys already planned out the whole year, or are you just doing it month by month?
No, we do it month by month. The teachers are assigned the month in advance, so we
Okay.
know what month you have
So
and
do you
what's
guys know
coming
what
up.
next month is? Jumping ahead, or can we tell?
I'm actually
can we
assigned
say
next
it?
month, and no, it's a surprise.
It's a secret.
We'll have to come back and talk about
Yeah, I
it.
was gonna say I want to know what it is.
We'll come back and talk about it.
Okay, that sounds good. All right, well, that sounds really good, because I'll tell you, my son, my oldest, did the egg drop when he was maybe middle school, and he won.
Oh wow, that's awesome.
So I would love to be there and watch it. It was pretty. I know it was a big deal when we planned it at home, and
Yes.
and of course we did most of it at home. But it was you go through so many scenarios and what to do, and
Yes.
we researched, and he looked, and it was very exciting.
Well, we had ours working in group, and just being a middle school teacher, from the standpoint of a middle school teacher, watching 7th graders, watching 12-year-olds completely engaged.
Oh, yeah.
And when you walk around and an hour later, all they're doing
I
is
know.
talking about how they're going to build this and make
And
it
they're
better.
excited,
And they
and,
jump
oh,
up
it
and
is
down when their
amazing,
egg
isn't it?
doesn't break. Yeah. And
It is.
It's true excitement about.
Yeah, because unfortunately not all of our plans go that way,
Exactly.
right? So-
Exactly.
Well, I was a high school teacher
Some
for 10 years
lessons are
before
better
that.
than
and
others.
sometimes it doesn't even happen at the high
Yeah,
school
true.
level. So that is true. All right. So we have a few more minutes, but let's talk about your pet, as I said.
We
They've
have
got
a pet in the middle school, and I don't know if I can get her to where You can see her. She was very active when we came in. When we came in a little earlier, and now she's decided to lay down a little bit. But
you can take it. I mean, does she poisonous?
Well,
It's a
no.
snake.
It is
For
a
those of you who
snake. I'll try to
cannot see her.
now. And the thing is, this was kind of last moment, coming to the show today. So she actually is actively shedding, and she just ate yesterday. So they're most irritable when they're shedding, and after they've eaten, you're not supposed to hold them. She wants to poke her head up a little bit. But this is Rosie, and she's a juvenile albino corn snake. They are very, very docile, and they are ideal for having in the classroom. We received Rosie this year with a Pets in the Classroom grant, which was a national grant, which helps teachers to purchase and maintain small pets in their classroom. Birds, mammals, reptiles, amphibians.
I'm guessing you as a science teacher are the lucky one who gets to house them in your room.
Yes, I did, but this is for any teacher out there. If you apply for this grant and you're chosen for this grant, it's not content specific. So a kindergarten teacher could apply for this grant and receive it. There's so many benefits to having pets in the classroom. Students connect with these pets. They love them. They take responsibility for them. They help feed them. They help clean up after them. Right now, we're still getting her used to our classroom, but my kids have already made such a connection with her.
Cody, can you come out here and give us a close up of her? Can you use the camera?
And there's so many benefits to having. They connect with the outside world more, even if they're not. They don't have close contact with these types of animals. When they see them in their classroom, there she is. And the kids love her. You can see kind of right there in her belly where she's just eaten. And right now she's probably about 18 inches long. But Rosie has a life expectancy of 20 years, and she can grow 4 to 6 feet long. So the kids, they love having her in the
She won't be able to grow that long because she's in captivity, I would guess.
No, she will.
She will.
Actually, these corn snakes, they're bred in captivity, and they are purchased from local breeders, so they've never been in the wild. So they are just as docile as...
How old is she?
She is probably only about 4 weeks old. She's new. She's a hatchling.
Okay.
Yeah.
So is this one of her first sheddings?
Yes, it is her very first shedding.
Oh, really? That's pretty good.
And she has probably almost doubled in size since I got her about 3 weeks ago, since we received the grant.
For those of you who can't see, she's probably called Rosie because she's very rosy. Looking at her eyes
albino.
are like blood red.
Yeah, she's albino. But, with having these pets in the classroom, you can incorporate all content areas with her. So, we can go in with math, kids can take measurements, they can track her growth over time. With grammar, you can have kids write a short fictional story about Rosie.
Oh, yeah.
With science, of course, and she's getting excited now, we talk about habitat and predator prey and maybe why she wouldn't survive in the wild. So kids figure out real quick it's because she's albino. And even geography, talking about where they're native to in the United States. So they're a great tool to have in the classroom.
As a business teacher, I can think of, so they're going to write it in another class and come and learn how to format the report in my class.
Absolutely.
That's what I'm always thinking. I always do that kind of stuff.
Yeah, absolutely. That would be great.
So you can kind of see she ate, I'm guessing. Cause
she did. She ate yesterday.
She's skinny right here, and then she's got a big bulge in the middle of her body.
She did.
Is that where she ate? What did she eat?
Yes. She actually eats what we call pinkies. So they're very small juvenile mice that actually don't even have any fur yet. But she eats frozen, so she's not eating live. So we talk to kids about humane ways to handle animals, care and respect. And it's for the safety of the students and the safety of the state that we don't put another live animal in there for her to be eaten. And she responds very well to frozen rats or frozen mice. That's the only thing she's ever eaten, so she doesn't know any different. But
does she drink? Like you have to, in her normal cage, she has to have water?
We have to put in water, and we have to keep her misted and sprayed. So then they also talk about ideal humidity and ideal temperature, and why snakes have to have a warm side and a cool side. She has just been a great educational tool so far for my students. I would recommend them to any teacher.
That's good. How many pets do you get a month when you have this program? One?
You get one a year.
Oh, just one a year?
One a year. So I could apply next year for another reptile or a bird or a mammal, but you also get a yearly maintenance grant. So you get, I think, $50 a
Stuff
year.
to cleaner, feeder,
yes, ma'am.
cages. Do you have any? How many animals do you have in your lab?
I just have the one in my lab. My husband, who is also a teacher in another system, he has a ball python in his lab. But I'm looking to maybe do more as we go along because I've gotten such a great response from my students.
Do you have any? I know you do other things, but do you have any animals in your lab?
I do not yet.
Okay, because our science teacher in middle school, she's a walking lab. I mean, she
Oh,
brings
wow.
goats and chickens.
That is amazing.
And whatever the horny, like, lizards.
The lizard,
and
yeah.
she brings in a cockroach farm, and
That's amazing.
I mean, you walk in there, and it is covered with.
What I've loved the most about having Rosie is almost on a daily basis, I have elementary school students stop by and peep at my door. Can I see your snake? I have seniors come down. Can I watch you feed? They're all very interested, and it kind of connects them all together with
Yeah,
her.
and it gives them all something to talk about.
And they ask amazing, thoughtful questions.
And you can leave her there. You don't have to take her home every night.
No, I can leave her there. I'll
Christmas
take her
time?
home over long
Long breaks?
holidays.
Okay.
But other than that, she's super easy care for anyone that's looking maybe to buy a snake either for their children or other
It's
teachers.
cute, but I'm good. But thank you. But
Thank you for letting me bring her.
you're welcome. I wish I could pet her. I'd hold her. I would hold her. I'm not afraid of snakes. So, well, ladies, anything else? We're gonna need to take a break, but you guys have been super informative. I just want to
Thank
make sure
you.
I didn't miss anything.
I think that's
I think
it.
we covered
that's
it.
it.
All
Thank
right.
you so much.
Well, you'll have to come back with your results and some pictures
Absolutely,
of the
we
egg
will.
drop. That would be great.
Yes, we will. Thank you.
All right. Thanks for coming on.
It's nice
All
to
right.
meet
We'll
you.
be right back after we take this break.
Hungry? How about Cloud's Pizza on Highway 71 in Higdon? Not only do we have pizza with dough made fresh every day, Cloud's Pizza serves a delicious hot food bar, and we make cookies fresh every day. Make sure to order the famous cheese sticks, made with that fresh dough and real Wisconsin cheese. And don't miss Fish Fry Friday. That includes catfish, hush puppies, and more for only $8.99 Friday, 4 p.m. to close. Cloud's Pizza, Alabama Highway 71 in Higdon, 597-3100. Open till 8, Monday through Saturday at Cloud's Pizza. A time-tested financial institution equipped with the latest banking technology, the Bank of Dade, with mobile banking to fit your on-the-go lifestyle. Download our latest app today for your iPhone, Android, or tablet to bank on the go. Check your balance, pay bills, make deposits, and keep track of your account anytime and anywhere with the Bank of Dade's smartphone app. Make life easier by using today's most advanced banking technology to your advantage. Call us at 657-6842 or visit on the web at bankofdade.com. Your hometown bank since 1956, the Bank of Dade. Main offices on Highway 11 North in Trenton, and drive-thrus on Highway 11 North and Highway 136 West. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
Hey, Bart, Aunt Bee don't get around as good as she used to, and she's in need of a lift chair. Well, Andy, you gotta nip it in the bud. Comfort Gallery has catnapper lift chairs in stock with free delivery and setup. Catnapper reclining sofas in leather, designer fabrics, and even camouflage. Catnapper rocker recliners starting at $269. Hey, Andy, I just been over to Comfort Gallery. They also have England sofas by Lazy Boy. Queen-size pillow top mattress sets now $299. King-size sets just $399. Is that a fact? Surprise, surprise, surprise! They now have free 1-year layaway and 6 months same as cash. And listen up, Andy. For the credit challenge, they now offer no credit check payment plans. Located in Kimball, Tennessee in the Old Hills building. That's Comfort Gallery Mattress and Furniture, open 7 days a week. Y'all go by there and see Gary.
Comfort Gallery, 780 Main Street in Kimball. Free delivery and setup, 90 days same as cash, and easy payment plans. Open Monday through Friday 9 to 6, Saturday 9 to 5, and Sunday 1 to 5. Telephone 423-837-3000.
At Reed Funeral Home of Whitwell, a tradition of caring is carried out through a personal commitment to each family. Our experienced staff and funeral directors and embalmers stand ready to help you through your toughest times. We offer every type of funeral service, from traditional to cremation or any combination of life celebration. Depend on the Reed family and Reed Funeral Home of Whitwell, 11675 Highway 28 in Whitwell, 658-5516. Reed Funeral Home.
We're here today. We're talking about This Week in Jackson County Schools, and we have North Sand Mountain School with us. And we've been talking about all kinds of stuff. And with me, I have 2 of the high school students, and I'll let them introduce themselves, and then we have a few things to talk about. So, all right.
Okay. My name's Cassidy Barton, and I am a senior at North Sand Mountain High School.
Okay. What's your favorite subject?
My favorite subject is science.
Science. Okay. What about you?
Keith Farrow, senior at North Sand Mountain, and my favorite subject is probably science as well.
Science. Okay. What do you guys plan on doing with it when you get out of high school? What are you going to do?
I want to attend Northeast and transfer to JSU and get my teaching degree.
What is JSU? I'm sorry.
Jacksonville State University.
Okay. And you want to, what kind of teacher?
A science teacher.
Okay.
Yeah.
That makes sense. All right. What about you?
I'd like to go straight into JSU with cybersecurity.
Cybersecurity. You want to do it for the government or just for private businesses?
Probably for just private businesses, and if that opportunity comes along, government as well.
Is there a degree in that?
There is.
There is? 4-year?
Yes.
Very good.
It's not called cybersecurity per se. I can't remember the technical term for it, but it's cybersecurity.
Cybersecurity.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. So let's talk about you. We're going to talk about volleyball. You're one of the volleyball players for your new program this year.
Yes. We're very excited this year. We've got a new program starting up. We haven't had one since 2001, kind of. We are super excited. Our coach is Danny Townsend, and her mother is a math teacher in our middle school.
Wow.
So she's like over it, but Danny's our actual coach, and she's had plenty of playing experience. She could have went to college to play, but she decided not to. She has gotten the opportunity to coach us alongside with her sister and mom, and they are wonderful people.
Really?
Yes. They push us to do our best in everything that we do. They're just very encouraging, and they just love us like their own.
That's what coaches are supposed to do, aren't they, though?
Yeah.
They make a difference. You will never forget them.
We have won one game so far.
Yeah, well, that's what we talked about. But, it's okay because you're just, starting out and you got to build that team. A team takes time, right?
Yep. For the most part, we work together. Sometimes we yeah a little bit, but nothing that, we can't handle.
Drama?
Not necessarily drama, just maybe we're not in the right position like we're supposed to be.
Okay.
And the other one's like, hey, you need to get there. Sometimes feelings get hurt, but
that's okay.
In the end, we all love each other.
That's good.
I am the captain of the volleyball team this year. We had a summer camp, like learning the fundamentals and the basics of volleyball because nobody had a clue. And we had a really good instructor for that. We were able to learn like the basic skills that you need to know just for basic volleyball, and like rotations, and there's just a whole lot more to it than I ever thought there would be.
Last night I was watching the volleyball game. I had to collect the money for the middle school, and they were like serious like rules. And when you guys come out, I don't know, our kids were like touching hands and then going.
Yep.
I didn't even know you had to do that. I was like, that's got to be something real. So there was a lot, and I didn't know there was that much. So, and you're also a cheerleader.
Yes, and a basketball player. And a softball player.
Wow. So sports, you're a sport all around. We can say you're sports. I'm guessing you want to do that when you teach.
I've definitely thought about it, but I'm not sure where the Lord wants me to go with it. So
that's a good attitude to have. Go with it.
Be patient.
There you go.
But our cheerleading squad cheers for the varsity football program and the varsity basketball programs as well, girls and boys. So we don't really get an off season.
There you go. A lot of exercise keeps you skinny.
Oh yeah.
There you go. So, all right. So Keith, what are you going to talk about? I know you're going to talk a lot about engineering and that new little 3D machine that you guys got. Did you bring anything with you to show?
I did.
We're going to go get the principal, Mr. Redden, to go get it.
I guess so.
So tell us about the program.
Well, the program, it's more in the Stream Lab that we've got, and it's just science, technology, reading, engineering, art, and math. And
oh yeah, and your egg drop. You made a machine.
Yes.
So you made
our Stream challenge is to construct something with the to build something to put the egg in, and so that way it doesn't break or anything like that. And so I fully designed these to put the egg in, and I took the dimensions of a normal raw egg, and I made the hole just a little bit bigger so that way I can put some
so let's show them so this and that they go on top of each other?
Yeah, and then you can just like tape it together if you want.
And it fits exactly an egg with no room or with just...
With a little bit of room, so that way you can put some like cotton or something around it.
Okay, so I was going to ask, did you put anything in it?
So it's got a little bit of bounce to it.
So do you think this is, because this is pretty hard plastic.
Oh, yeah.
Do you think that it's going to be soft enough to not crack it upon impact?
I don't think it'll crack it one bit.
You don't think so?
It's pretty tough material. It is basic PLA plastic.
It's here. Let's see if you can hear. I mean, it's hard.
It's pretty constructible. It took 8 hours to complete.
Let me see that one. So show you put it. 8 hours to make this?
Both of them, yes.
Eight or eight together.
Together.
And then how did you get the middle cut out?
It was all designed by, whenever I designed it, I did it that way.
Wow, that's pretty cool. So he's going to put the egg in it, seal it up, tape it, and drop it. Okay.
Yep. It took 8 hours for both of them to be built and together. And as it was building, I don't know if you can see that in the light, but it built on a hexagon like pattern. That way it builds a stronger structure instead of just hollow.
Yeah, I don't think we can show them on the inside, but you can see like patterns in there. That's pretty cool.
Yeah, and if you did it hollow, it would take less time to build, but it wouldn't be near as strong. But yeah, that's what we did for the Stream Challenge. It said, basic classroom materials. Well, I mean, the Stream Lab is a classroom, but I was the only one to think, to use the 3D printer. So I'm pretty confident in building this.
And you also do video, right?
Yes.
So are you going to video the whole thing?
Yeah. As part of it, as the video production team, me, Nico, and Jackson, all that we do, we're definitely going to get this a part of it. And yeah.
That's cool. So it's too bad you guys can't see on the inside. And then after you video it, do you guys have like morning announcements where you video live morning announcements?
Video, no.
No? Okay. Like, I don't know, but you know what I'm talking about? Like
just regular announcements.
Yeah,
in the morning,
but you would video them live, like broadcasting almost kind of thing?
Pretty much, yeah.
Okay, so you don't. But do you guys will you be able to put the video on?
Yeah, we have a Facebook on NSM Boston Works and the North Stand Mountains page.
So what was your favorite part of, was it coming up with the idea? How many rounds did you go? Are you building one?
Yes.
And so every student in the whole school has to build one?
Not with that.
Well, no, not with that, but one.
The whole Stream Challenge was getting a group of 3 and try it. And me and my team decided to go for that. Everybody else is like building
cardboard boxes.
Something. They're building something, but with a parachute, with a bag.
Can you tell what yours is, or is it a secret?
I'm not letting out my secrets.
Okay,
I mean,
secret.
go ahead, because it's probably not going to beat that. But
Okay.
He's his little challenge over
We'll
here.
prove it tomorrow.
So he thinks, and you can't even see me. There we go. Thanks. So he thinks this is going to be better than hers, but she won't say.
I think it's going to be better than everybody's.
I don't know. I mean, I'm sure because you obviously have a very scientific mind, but this is pretty hard. I'm a little worried that this itself is gonna crack the egg upon, bam! I mean, 30 feet in the air?
We're dropping it off the top of the high school.
So, I don't know how.
To concrete.
How tall is the high school? Principal? 40, 50, 30?
Somewhere around there.
That's a long ways to hit hard plastic. I mean,
I'm so confident in this, I could probably chunk it in the air while on top of the high school.
Well, if you come back, we're going to bring you and we're just going to throw it, maybe at my husband or something, and we'll see how well that works, because maybe I'll do that. That sounds like a great idea. But yeah, well, good luck. I hope that both of you do really well. I'm sorry you won't tell us, but I'm thinking soft cushion, pillow, like bubble wrap. I'm sure all the other people are thinking like I'm doing it, right? Just typical bubble wrap stuff. I'm trying to think about that. So, yeah. Okay. Well, good. All right. So what other program are you in? Because wasn't there a third one I thought? We're talking about video production.
Video production, the Stream Lab, and then third block is our advocacy, and we are each in a classroom, whether that's ACT prep, robotics, and all that stuff. I'm actually teaching the robotics. as a student. Science teacher that was assigned to do it, I mean, he's our senior class sponsor. He's got a lot on his plate, and they just thought it'd be a good idea to let me run with it. So I have, and right now we're building rockets, assembling them, building them, and then shooting them up in the sky. Our class is almost done with that project. So having to build a curriculum for that class is experience for me.
That's a big deal for a high school kid.
It's a good experience for me to do, especially when it's in my favorite subject. For me to build the rocket with my classmates while teaching them at the same time is definitely a challenge that I love a lot. So being able to do that is really good.
Did you get ragged on by some of your friends?
We mess with each other all the time. I mean, but as far as classroom goes and rules stuff like that, they respect me and I respect them. I don't act like a teacher figure, tell them like that, whatever. I do like to make jokes, like whenever the bell rings, I'll be like, oh, the bell doesn't dismiss you, I do, and they just all laugh and stuff. It's fun. We have our games, but nah, we're all respecting each other.
Has it made you have some desire to be a teacher?
Absolutely not.
So it fixed that problem if there was ever a doubt?
No, I like it okay, but as far as like being an actual teacher, I don't know. I don't really think I could do it.
So I'm here for it.
Yeah.
What makes you think you can become a teacher? I mean, like, you know, he's like, no. You think you just like kids?
I have a real passion for kids. I was able to go to Guatemala on a mission trip, and I absolutely fell in love with kids. And ever since then, I wanted to be the person to make a change in their lives. And I've had teachers, administrators that have definitely been that for me, and I want to be that for somebody else.
Yeah, once you feel that, that's what made me. Once you feel the want to make a difference in the lives of kids, it's very hard to get rid of. So, yeah, it really is. That's what that is. And I'm guessing you haven't felt any of that super over.
I like kids okay. It's just, I don't know.
I mean, it's cool to teach.
Yeah.
I had one of my students teach, actually. He was an 8th grade student, and he'd already had my class.
Methamphetamine affects everyone.
So we had a really
your
good
neighbors,
one.
your
And he
friends.
taught how to make a Weebly website.
Yeah.
So he taught my middle school students how to make a Weebly website. So that was pretty cool for him. So. All right, well, we are done today. Thank you guys for coming on.
Well, thanks for having me.
I wish you the best of luck in your volleyball.
Thank you
And
so
both
much.
of you for being seniors, graduating, and get what you want to do.
Thank you.
Thank you
Sounds
so
good.
much.
And yeah, make sure you let me know. I'm especially interested in yours. So,
I
all
will.
right, we will see you next week on This Week in Jackson County Schools.